I am Sabu Joseph. Welcome to SVJ Academy. Today we are going to see an interesting topic: how to calculate income tax and TDS from salary income. The employers who have hundreds of employees, most of the employees' salary may be taxable. So from the employer part, the employer has to deduct the TDS from the monthly remuneration payable to the employee. So after deducting the TDS, we will make the payment. So for calculating the TDS, we have to find out what is the total taxable salary and how much is the tax payable on taxable income. So how can we prepare and calculate the income tax amount of each employee in an easiest way? Because for calculating the income tax payable, we have to get so many information from the employer part as well as the employee part. So everything we have to collect, we have to record in a database. Then only we can find out the taxable salary and the income tax thereon. After getting this income tax liability, then only we have to decide whether the TDS is to be deducted every month or can we deduct at the end of the year. Here I have developed a utility for calculating the income tax and monthly TDS. This is the report sheet. Here we can see from April to March of every year and if any income from previous employer, that is also given, and one more thing is given for easiest understanding and easiest calculation: the income tax as per the old regime and the income tax as per the new regime for the financial year 2020-21. Either we can adopt the old regime or new regime. Whether the older one has to adopt or the new regime has to adopt, we have to find out the difference between two. Which one is better in tax rate and tax amount. So the income tax of each employee as per the old regime and as per the new regime will automatically calculated within fraction of seconds. Here you can see all the salary bifurcations: basic, DA, HRA, medical expenses, PF paid by the employer, special allowance, LTA conveyance, telephone mobile, food coupon, children education allowance, car maintenance, driver allowance, bonus and any other allowance, LIC premium paid by the employer. All these are the bifurcation of the salary or addition to the salary. The total salary we got here. Here all the exemptions are given. The HRA calculation, LTA conveyance, medical expenses, car driver allowance, telephone mobile, food coupon, children education allowance, provision tax. So most of the exemptions allowed under section 10 of the Income Tax Act elaborated here, and after the exemption we will get income under the head salaries. Afterwards, the income from other sources, income from house property, agricultural income, all the deductions under chapter 6A, that is section 80C, that is also elaborated here, and all other deductions under other than the sections of 80C, 80D, 80DD, 80DDB, all other sections are given here. After allowing all deductions and exemptions, we will get a total taxable income here. This total taxable income as per the old regime and as per the new regime. Based on the total taxable income, the income tax payable on taxable income automatically calculated. Here the income tax on taxable income under the new regime and old regime. Here also the tax rebate under section 87A, whether it is applicable to the employee, it will automatically load, otherwise it will be treated as zero. And the surcharge, if any, health and education cess. So everything will be calculated automatically as per the new regime and old regime. This is the calculation as per the old regime, and this is the calculation as per the new regime. Here I have selected one employee. His total income tax liability as per the old regime is coming to 8,70,645, and as per the new regime it is coming to 9,09,670. So as far as concerned this employee, the old regime is best suited for the financial year 2021. Based on this income tax liability, the monthly TDS amount also will be calculated and showing every month. This is the month of April, May, June, July, and so on. So we will calculate the tax liability at the beginning of the financial year itself by applying all the future incomes and exemptions, deductions, and everything. Based on that, we will deduct TDS from the beginning of the financial year itself. Otherwise, it will lead to interest for the short deduction and everything. And also, if the income tax liability is more than 10,000 rupees, the employee has to pay the income tax in advance to the government, advance tax. So everything we can calculate. How much is the advance tax liability for each quarter, and what is the TDS amount to be deducted from the salary every month. Everything will be 100% perfect. So all the data will be shown here. Here it is showing the tax loss or tax benefits as per the older regime and as per the new regime. In this utility, you can use thousands of employees data at a time, and just select the employee name. All the employees name will be loaded here. Just scroll down. See, here you can see this employee got benefits as per the new regime. He got a benefit of 8,632 rupees as per the new regime. Just scroll down. Another employee has a loss as per the new regime. Come to the beginning of the calculation. Here just scroll down. The house rent allowance is a major calculation part. This house rent allowance will be automatically calculated as per the house rent details of the concerned employee. Just scroll down, you can see here. Now this employee has house rent and rupees 2,087. He got exemption as HRA. Again scroll down. This employee has nothing. Again this employee got all the benefits. This employee has nothing. This employee has no HRA. Again the next employee has HRA. He got exemption 11,250 per month. So everything will be automatically calculated, and here you can see the income, tax liability, and everything as per the new regime and older regime. Come to the bottom portion, tax liability calculation. Here it is showing the total income tax payable as per the total income under new regime and older regime. And here it is showing the advance tax liability. How much advance tax the employee has to pay every quarter, and whether he has to pay advance tax or not. And here it is showing the slab wise. So all the informations are shown here. Again we can scroll down, we can see again next employee loaded, and his tax liability is coming to 6,796 as per the older regime, but as per the new regime he has to pay 58,495. So a total tax loss of 51,699 rupees he have as per the new regime. So it is better to choose older regime for that employee. Scroll down. The next employee is getting 31,200 benefits as per the new regime. Under the older regime, 37,588 is his tax liability, but as per the new regime, 6,388 is the tax liability. So he can opt for new regime. Scroll down again. This employee have no benefits. Here the tax liability as per the old regime is coming to 78,204, but as per the new regime it is 1,27,822. He lost 49,618 rupees as per the new regime. Again scroll down. So on a single scroll down, you can select each employee one by one, and it is also given as per the printable format. Just go to the printable format. We can see this is the printable format. 3 pages are there. You can either print the page 3 pages, or you can convert it to PDF and given to the concerned employee. So they will get an idea about the calculations, deductions and tax liability, everything. Scroll down menu, we can select each employee and just give print or convert it to PDF. So this is the report we are seeing now, report of each employee. Next we can see how can enter all these data to the database. Here I have given another tab for database. Select the database. Under the database, all the name of the employees will be given in columnar wise. You can enter thousands of employees in columnar wise, and the designation of the employee, PAN number of the employee, the gender, date of joining, residential status, financial year. This is very important because under this utility you can calculate 5-year income tax liability in a single sheet. No need to worry about the calculation on previous years. You can just select the concerned financial year. Suppose if you want to calculate the income tax for the financial year 2015-16, you just select that financial year. Now coming to the computation sheet, select that employee. It is shown here in title, income tax calculation statements of so and so employee for the period from 1/4/2015 to 31st March 2016. So whenever we are selecting this financial year here, all the income tax rates, exemptions, allowances, everything will be loaded as per the income tax provisions of that financial year, and the income tax will also be calculated on that year's rates, exemptions, everything. Now we selected the 15-16 financial year. Now you can see the income tax as per the new regime is vanished from our sheet. The tax liability for that financial year is coming to 8,73,306. This is the tax liability for the financial year 15-16 of that employee. The tax liability is 8,73,306. Suppose if we are selecting the next financial year 16-17, what is the tax liability? This same is showing here. If you are selecting 17-18, what is the tax liability? It is coming to 8,60,681. Again selecting the next financial year 18-19, tax liability is goes up 873,765. So you no need to no need to keep more files. So no need to keep each financial year data of each employee. Everything we can see in a single sheet. So if we want to calculate the taxable amount, so if we want to calculate the tax liability of any employee of any year, no need to prepare another one. We can prepare last 5 years income tax liability here itself, and see here if any standard deduction 18-19 financial year, the standard deduction is 40,000 rupees. Now select the 19-20 financial year, that standard deduction is 50,000. Now select the financial year 2021. For the financial year 1920 and 2021, the standard deduction is 50,000 rupees. When you selected the 2021 financial year, the tax calculation as per the new regime is loaded here. And if you have selected the year 1920 previous year, this will be disappeared from our calculation. So this employee have a tax liability of 8,70,645 as per the given income details during the financial year 1920, and during the financial year 2021 the tax amount is the same because his taxable income is more than 15 lakhs. Coming to the database, we have selected the financial year. When you selected the financial year, the assessment year will automatically loaded and select the status of the employee, whether individual, HUF and everything that you can select from the drop down list given. The next part is the income details, salary income details. Here the salary income is bifurcated into basic, DA, HRA, telephone and mobile, medical expenses, food coupon, children education, car allowance, LTA, bonus, driver allowance, festival allowance, PF, any insurance premium paid by the employer. So everything is bifurcated here. So how can we enter the data? You can use this collapse button. Here it is showing a plus mark, this collapse button. For each head it is showing the collapse button. You just click on the plus mark. That basic salary is opened from April to March of each employee. So each employee basic salary has to enter here one by one. And after entering the data, just click on the minus mark. It is gone inside. Then click on DA. The DA will be opened from April to March of each employee. Enter the DA amount here each month. Click on HRA. Here also you can enter the HRA amount, or if you want to collapse the data in detail for each menu, just click on here. It is given as 1 and 2. Click on 2. Bifurcation details will be opened from April to March for each head. So you can simply enter the data, and after entering each head you can shrink the data like here, or you can just click on the mark here 1. If it is clicked on 1, everything will be. So you may think about from where we will get these details, these basic salary, DA, HRA and everything. This will be available from the salary slip of each employee. I have uploaded another video regarding the payroll utility. You can use that payroll utility for preparing the salary of employees. On that utility you can use thousands of employees data at a time. Everything will be automated, and you can get all the reports of from that utility, and also the statutory reports like EPF ECR, ESI MC template, the WPS system given by the Labor Department, Wage Protection System and everything. That everything is automated there. You can simply copy the data and you can easily file the monthly ECR, ESI contributions and everything. So I will give the video on the description box. You can go to that video, and if you want that utility, you just send a mail to me. I will share the utility to you. So here we entered the income details, the salary income details of each employee. Now it is showing the total salary income. After the salary income, it is asking about the city of living. These details used for the calculation of HRA. From the drop down list, you can select metro or non-metro of each employee, and whether any profession tax paid for the employee. That also we can mention here. And after that, it is showing income from other sources. Under the income from other sources, open that menu. Interest on savings account, interest on NSC, interest on post office savings, any other income, winning from lottery, interest on PPF. So all the incomes from other sources you can enter here. After that, we have to enter the income from house property. Under the income from house property, if you have a housing loan, you have to enter the housing loan sanction date, interest on housing loan as per the interest certificate or statement given by the banker. If you have any rental receipt, you can enter that rental receipt here, or you can ignore blank. And for the residential property, if you have paid any municipal taxes for the year, that is also we can get the exemption under the calculation of income from house property. So that also you can enter as per the municipal or corporation receipts. And the next one is housing loan interest on let out property. If you have two properties, one property is used for your own purpose, that is called self-occupied property, and the another property is given for rent, that is called let out property. So from the financial year 1920 onwards, any rental income from the let out property we ended here, and from the financial year 1920 onwards, the rental income from the let out property can be excluded. That is called the notional income. The notional rents received from the let out property can be excluded. Before that, we have to compulsorily mention the if you have one self-occupied property and a let out property, and the let out property is closed for past 2 years, there is no income from the let out property. From the financial year 1920 onwards, the notional rent from the let out property is optional. Either you can show it as an income or you can exclude. So if there is any income, you can enter here. The deductions under section 80C, interest on housing loan, everything will be taken from here. So be careful while updating the data. And any agricultural income, here we have to mention deductions under section 80C. And the 80C completed, here under chapter 6A, we have to mention the deductions as per section 80D, 80DDB, 80U, 80G, 80CCG, 80TTA and everything. So we completed the deductions under chapter 6A. Coming to the next part, it is related to the TDS deductions as per the quarterly return of TDS 24Q. This data will be taken for the comparison of how much tax we paid and how much the balance tax we have to payable. Here also it is asking the tax deduction details, and we have to mention the monthly deduction details here, tax deposited in respect of the employee, the BSR code, date on which tax deposited, challan number, and here LTA calculation is given, the block is given. This block is 2018 to 2021 block. Select the block, the place of journey, whether domestic or international, and how many times traveled during the block here, 1 or 2, that everything you can select here and enter the LTA amount. So that the LTA exemption also will be automatically calculated. Now we completed the data of each employee. So likewise you have to complete the data of each employee. Here I have 80 employees data. Everything is filled by salary bifurcation details and month-wise details. After completing all these, come to the computation part. You just scroll down. Everything will be taken from the database. The tax liability, advance tax, TDS details, everything will be calculated automatically. No need to worry about the calculations of each employee. Each employee is in our fingertip, and also it is very convenient to share the details with the employee. You can either give the printout or you can convert it to PDF and send it to their mail or WhatsApp. So everything is very simple. And one more thing is, very important thing is, the tax liability is calculating on both the regime as per the older regime and new regime. See here, this employee has got a tax benefit of 24,214 as per the new regime. If he opted the older regime, his tax liability will be 86,938, but as per the new regime, his tax liability will be 62,724. So from the beginning of the financial year itself, April month itself, we can calculate the tax liability of the financial year. Based on that, we can deduct the TDS, and we have to decide whether the older regime or new regime has to adopt for that concerned financial year. Based on that only we are deducting TDS. Otherwise, as per the older regime, tax liability is higher, so we deducted the TDS as per that taxable amount. But if we are opting for new regime, we already paid a huge amount to the government as TDS. Then we have to get it refund. Avoid such and such situations. We have to simply calculate it and working based on that calculation. Everything will be perfectly right. It is very simple. In the database, we have to give the data of salary, income, and deductions and everything will be available from the employee. Whether they have insurance, life insurance, medical insurance, any PPF, school fees, education loan, and that everything will be available from the employee. At the employer side, we have the salary bifurcation details and everything. So collect both the data, enter the data to the database. Each employee data is now perfectly completed. Now you can just scroll down the taxable amount, income tax liability, TDS reductions, advance tax amount. How much we have to pay each quarter, or we have to avoid the advance tax, whether we have to pay advance tax every quarter, or can we make the advance tax at the third quarter or fourth quarter. So everything will be available in our utility. So if you really like the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Please enable the bell icon. You will get all important notifications in the upcoming videos. So many videos I will upload. So many utilities I have. The upcoming videos are how to file form 15G, 15H, how to automatically prepare 15H or 15G, how to e-file the 15G or 15H information to the traces. So everything I will show you in a practical way. We can meet on next video. Till then, bye.